Hello, welcome back to Rustic Rose Farm. I'm Paul
I'm Ali.
and we live on a small working farm in Western Australia. Today is day 3 of us milking Sadie, so we'll just get her in and see how we go for our third time.
Come on. Good girl.
Good girl.
Alright. So this morning it has been raining. It's only just stopped raining now. So Sadie's a little bit wet, but we've towed her off and cleaned her udder. Given her some udder balm, and now Paul's about to start milking.
Step out. Step out.
Good girl.
Good girl, Sadie.
Mr. Sausage is just over there. Little silly sausage. Hi, sausage. Sadie's enjoying her food.
Good girl, Sadie. Good girl.
You reckon it's getting a bit easier each day you're doing it?
It is getting a bit easier, getting a little bit more efficient at it.
Yep.
I'm not missing quite so many squirts.
So you're catching more in the bucket.
Catching more in the bucket, but I'm not wasting my efficiency on actually squirting out the teat.
Right.
So my first couple of times it's taking a little bit to get the hang of it. But then like I didn't quite get it right. So yeah, but I'm getting not quite missing it quite so many. It's probably 1 in 5 sort of thing, a little bit more, where it was probably nearly every second one I wasn't quite getting right last time when I first started.
That's good.
I have to build up my muscles in my left hand.
Yeah.
Noticing it's a little bit harder to milk from. But yeah, after a lot more repetition, should be getting faster and build up those muscles as well, make it easier.
Yeah. all about muscle memory, as well as, like you said, building up the muscles so that your hands don't get so tired.
Yeah. I can just feel it's not as strong.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
makes it a lot harder to actually do, and to empty the teat out fully each time as well.
Yep. For each squeeze.
Yeah, for each squeeze, yep.
Yeah. It'll be good the faster you get to, because you won't be doing it for as long.
Yes. Yeah. But if I am able to empty the teat each time, it means it's going to empty her faster as well.
Yeah. Because right now you've already been milking for just over 10 minutes.
Yes.
But you've got a fair bit in that time. Do you need to empty that bucket?
I will in a little bit.
Good girl. I'll give you some more soon. You've still got some in there. Okay, so we've finished milking Sadie now. It's about half an hour. She gave us a little bit more, well, it feels like she gave us a little bit more than yesterday. She's just finishing off her food there. So yeah, we'll know that when we bottle up the milk once we go inside. Good girl, Sadie, good girl. So, do you think you went better today?
Yes, I think I was a bit more efficient today, and I think we probably got a little bit more milk. Sadie was a pretty good girl today. Over the last couple of days she'd been moving around a bit waiting for food, and knew that as soon as we'd give her more food that she'd settle down again. But today we made her wait a little bit longer, and then she was able to settle down and she was being a lot better, and having our little cart which is a little bit bigger for her to eat out of, made it a lot easier.
Yeah, that made a big difference. So that is our little garden wheelbarrow there. We were using that really small horse feeder that hung on the stand, but it was too small and she would push the food around too much and make a big mess, whereas today she's not made much mess at all. That mess on the ground's actually from yesterday. And she's been able to sort of forage a bit more in there, so it's definitely worked better. So I think we'll use that for now until we can find something else more suitable, but for now that works. So yeah, we're learning, every day gets better, and I think we'll just keep getting better and better. Hello, Mr. Sausage. Hello. Okay, let's get some feed ready. Sadie's been here almost a week now, and we are starting to perfect our mornings. However, we think that Sadie might be weaning her calf because he's a big boy and he's really rough and he's biting her teats and leaving teeth marks. We don't see him feeding much on her during the day. First thing in the morning, yes, after we've milked he'll have a feed, but then he doesn't really feed off her much during the day. And if she continues doing that and weaning him herself, and we're only milking once a day, her milk production will go way down. So we're going to see how much milk we get today. Yesterday we only got 3 litres, which isn't great. Like the day before we were getting about 5.5. So we'll see what happens this morning. Hopefully things will go a little bit differently. Good girl, Sadie. That's good. I'm just going to zoom in so I can get point your light there, but I just want to show them. Right. So you can see the little teeth marks there that the calf's making. So like I said, he's pretty rough with her, and I think what's happening is she's kicking him off during the day, and so he might not be feeding on her a whole lot, which means we will probably have to wean him and start milking her twice a day, which isn't entirely ideal because it's just not as flexible as calf sharing. So we are thinking about getting a little heifer calf to graft on her instead, like wean him and possibly get a little heifer calf, and hopefully she'll take that on so that we still can calf share and have that little bit more flexibility. It's just going to suit us a lot better. Like I said, we are a busy working farm and we've also got the kids as well. Yeah, having that flexibility is pretty important to us, so we'll see how that goes, but we'll see how much we get off her today. She was really good in the stand yesterday too. She stood really nicely. She ate all her food. She actually ate her chopped up carrots for the first time as well. And when I let her out of the head bale, she actually stood there and finished her breakfast as well, which usually as soon as I let her out of the head bale, she backs out and she's out of there. But yesterday she was quite happy to still stand there and eat. So yeah, we'll see what happens this morning. Hopefully we get a few more litres.
Good girl.
As you can see, Paul is getting a lot more efficient with his milking. He's getting faster and more confident as well, which is why another reason why we were concerned that we only got 3 litres yesterday, because he is getting quite quick at it now, so it wasn't just a matter of, you know, him not being able to get enough or whatever. How's it going so far?
Yeah, good.
Better than yesterday?
Yes.
That's good.
Better than yesterday. I reckon we've already got a litre.
Okay, so she's letting down nicely then?
Yeah. It's mainly that teeth that I'm working on now.
Yep.
The front ones weren't as productive, but this one's getting a lot out of the tips.
Yep.
Good girl, Sadie. Good girl.
So when the bucket starts getting heavy and filling up, we transfer it into the milk can. One, because then the bucket's lighter again, but two, so that if she does kick over the bucket, we don't lose all that milk, and we still have milk in here in case that does happen. So
Good girl.
it just gives us a little guarantee that we actually will get some milk. Good girl, Sadie.
Good girl, Sadie. Yeah, the back teeth are really good to stay.
Yep. One of my favourite parts of milking this early is the sunrise.
Good girl, Sadie.
It's so pretty. The moon's still out. When it's this early, the sky's purple.
It's also important to be able to milk left and right hand. For some reason, depending on the angle that you've got your hand, that sometimes you'll get more milk in each squirt. So I'm doing right-handed at the moment on this one tee, and it's not too bad, but when I change back to the left, it seems like I get a lot more milk out.
Yep. Yeah, you must be holding it slightly differently, like you said, on a slightly different angle or something.
Yep. Good girl, Sadie. Good girl.
So we're still holding the bucket too, instead of putting the bucket on the ground, and using two hands because, you know, we're new to this. She's only been here for almost a week and she still moves around a fair bit, when she's getting to the end of her food especially. So just to not have spilt milk and that sort of thing, we're still holding the bucket at the moment. But that seems to work out okay, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I'm really bad at directing the teats into, or the milk into the bucket. So
when you're not holding it.
When I'm not holding it, so
yeah.
I would have milk all over the ground, probably more than what I get in the bucket.
Yeah, that'll get better with time, I think. Also, we've been feeding her in this wagon. It's my garden wagon, because that little horse feeder wasn't quite big enough, and she would just like chuck all the chaff out with her nose and make all that big mess. And I had to fill it up several times, whereas this, I can put quite a lot in there and she stands for longer. So it's been working out quite well, which has been really good. So I've lost my garden trolley for now, but it's working. Looks like she's letting down nicely for you.
Yeah, she's getting a nice teat now.
She is getting to the end of her food, so that's why she's wriggling.
Yep, that's fine.
Yep. That sky. So you've probably been going for about 15 minutes.
Yep.
And yeah, like you said, we've probably got as much, if not a bit more than what we got yesterday in 30 minutes. So must be an improvement on yesterday, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely letting down a lot better today so far.
So we definitely have a lot more milk than what we got yesterday. Probably double, I would say, but we will take that inside and bottle it up and find out exactly how much we've got. What are your thoughts on how it went this morning?
It went really well. She was very good in the stand. She moves around a little bit, but nothing I can't work around.
It's not too much though. She wasn't like full on
No, she just
So
slightly moves.
when she was first here, when she was running out of food, she would walk all the way forward and walk all the way back. Even though she was in the head bale, she could still step quite a few steps forward and quite a few steps back, and she's not doing that anymore.
No, she might just have like half a step here and there, but yeah, nothing major.
That's also because the garden trolley moves around a bit, so she pushes it and then pulls it back in. So
a little bit like that at the moment, how she's moving around. No, she was very good in this stall today. So we'll be able to let her finish off her breakfast, and then we can let her out, and she can feed sausage.
Yep.
And get this packed up.
So we ended up getting about 5.3-ish litres from Sadie this morning. Definitely an improvement on yesterday. I think about 5.3 is what we were getting before that. She is a big producer though, so when she was with Mel at Honeybee Farmstead, Mel was getting 8 to 9 litres off her every morning. So other than her location change, I mean not much else has changed, and she's actually got more green feed here, so we should be getting a bit more than this, but I am happy that it's an improvement on yesterday. So we'll see if she can give us a bit more tomorrow. Hello everyone, welcome back. Today is a week since we've been milking Sadie. So we've learnt a lot in a week. I think we've kind of perfected our setup a little bit. Paul's getting much faster at milking. Again, that was meant to be my job. And he's living out my milk cow dreams right now, but with my broken ankle I actually can't sit at the milking stool. It's only been 2 weeks since I broke my ankle, so I'm hoping that changes soon. But yeah, at the moment Paul's doing all the milking and he's much faster at it now than he was a week ago, so I'll show you that shortly. Look at that sunrise. So pretty. Hi, Mr. Sausage.
Step out. Step out. Step out. Good girl.
So how is it on day 7 compared to day 1?
It's a lot easier. Definitely feel more efficient at it. It's still a little bit hard to work out whether she's letting down or not, or whether I'm just making mistakes on each squeeze, but I feel like I'm getting a lot better at milking the back quarters. They seem to be a lot fuller. I work on a lot of the back quarters a bit more than the front quarters in the first up. So I've already tried the 2 front quarters, haven't got much out of them. But I'm on this back quarter now, and it's milking quite nicely.
So what do you think's helped you the most in the past week with learning to get better?
Pretty much just repetition.
Yeah.
and I also think it's like the reward, like you get an instant reward of, oh yeah, I got that right, if you're getting a fair bit of milk come out. So you don't get disheartened quite so much. Like I'll get more disheartened when she's not letting down, and you're pretty much trying to milk her and you're getting nothing. So at the moment I'm getting quite a lot of milk out of this quarter, and I'm probably making mistakes while I'm doing it. My left hand isn't as strong as my right, so I don't always get the teat completely empty, but I'm still getting quite a lot of milk come out. Good girl, Sadie.
You don't do that yet?
I do shortly, but I'm getting still quite a lot out, so I'm going to keep it going a little bit longer. Yeah, I better empty it. I'm pretty much just working on the two back quarters at the moment, and they're flowing quite nicely.
So apart from the fact that, you know, I'm the one that's meant to be doing this, not you,
Yep.
do you think going from not having a house cow to having a house cow, do you think that transition has been fairly easy?
It has been fairly easy. You know, it's nothing for us to be up early anyway, so just getting up early and coming out to milk her hasn't really made a change in our morning routines. Like, yes, it does take a little bit of time, but at most it's about an hour out of our day.
Yeah. So at the moment, like getting everything ready, coming outside, milking her, taking everything back inside, filtering it, bottling it, and cleaning everything, I think that's pretty much taking us about an hour at the moment, which is pretty good, really.
So yeah, and it hasn't like affected our daily routine. Like, you know, we're going to be up anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And the milk's delicious.
Yes, yes it is. And one of my favourite parts is definitely these sunrises. They are seriously amazing the past week. It's such a pretty time of morning to be up.
I was really struggling on these this quarter when I first started this morning, but after milking both the back quarters and getting a fair bit out of them, this one's actually flowing a lot better now as well.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the people?
Just that, yeah, when they do stop letting down so easy, it can be a little bit disheartening, but just to keep trying, try a few things to actually try and get them to let down a bit more. But because we're still getting used to it, we milk Sadie for about half an hour each day. And that way we get as much as we can out in that time. She gets a couple of lots of feed in the stand, and just gets half an hour of her getting used to us as well. Which she's been a very good girl this morning. She's actually stood in the stand quite nicely, even when she was nearly running out of food and we had to give her some more. So good girl, Sadie, good job.
Never seen a girl.
Yep, we'll get rid of this again.
Yep, it's been about 25 minutes now.
Okay, so 5 minutes more.
Paul always likes to put the bucket down and for the last 5 minutes and get some practice in doing it with both hands. Okay, so that's been our first week of milking Sadie. I think it's gone pretty good.
It has done really well. Yeah, a week ago we wouldn't have thought we'd only be milking her for half an hour. Her milk production's up and down a little bit, but that will come with a bit more experience, and yeah, we should be able to get a little bit more milk production out of her, and in a less timely manner as well.
Yeah, so I think I was expecting it to be a bit more turbulent, especially with, you know, coming to a new place, new people. Like, we're still learning what to do, but she's been a champ. She's been so good. Yeah, can't really fault her. So it's been really awesome.
Yeah, well, this morning was the first time I've seen her actually run into the stall to get her food.
Yeah.
She's that excited. She'll meet me at the gate when I go in, and then meet me at the other gate I have to open so she can come into the stall, and she just raced straight in to get her food, and pretty much stood still the whole time. Didn't even when we gave her more food, she just stood there, so didn't even move her back feet, which was awesome.
Yeah, she's doing really well. I'm really looking forward to seeing, you know, what the next week brings. So thank you everyone so much for joining us on this first week of milking Sadie. We hope you've enjoyed following along, and you can see maybe that we've gotten better from day one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.